start this off ASAP. It's R.I.P. John Havlicek.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. John Havlicek, man. The greatest six man of all time.
R.I.P. He just set his all-time lead scorer, didn't he? R.I.P. Havlicek. R.I.P. bro, man. Shout out John Havlicek. R.I.P.
Is that the call? Havlicek stole the ball.
Yeah.
Havlicek stole the ball.
Havlicek stole the ball.
Yeah.
He stole the ball. R.I.P. Havlicek.
R.I.P. that man.
But we got a guest on today.
Yeah, man.
We was just talking about it. You know,
the OG of OGs.
The OG. I've known this man for like 8 years.
Yeah.
First met at DC Crib on 31st.
Okay.
Any you know, if you a veteran in Chicago rap scene, you know something about DC Crib on 31st and Morgan. You probably came through.
I would
it before.
hope you would know something about DC Crib.
Oh, seriously.
I would hope you. I'm not a veteran of rapping, and I was at DC Crib on 31st.
Yeah. So the homie Vic Spencer. Vic,
yes,
get your plug in. Tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, talk to the people.
What's happening, y'all, man? Vic Spencer is everywhere. Just Google Vic Spencer, SoundCloud Vic Spencer, Bandcamp Vic Spencer, Instagram Vic Spencer, Twitter Vic Spencer. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
Yeah. One of the reals from Chicago represent, man. And a longtime friend, well-known. How did you celebrate 420?
Steaming, crazy. You know what I'm saying?
He was in a sauna? He was
basically,
in a sauna. He was
you know what I'm saying?
sauna.
Created my own sauna. You know what I'm saying?
Created my own sauna.
Me and the green room members, we steamed all the flavors, and you know, went around to different like little parties around the crib. You know, Rick, y'all know Ruben.
Yeah,
he be on the party scenes in Chicago. He threw like a 420 event.
Oh, for real?
It was like vendors with weed, shit, all types of shit.
Oh,
it was
okay.
crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good look. And then I went to a coworker party where they was doing more smoking, and it was nuts. You know what I'm saying? So man.
Yeah. So you out in LA? What you out in LA doing?
The same shit I was doing on 420. You know what I'm saying? Getting acquainted with these flavors. You know what I'm talking about? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Chill with the guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm always coming up here yearly to rock with the guys and like what you guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? Hoops and Brews is definitely on another level, and I
appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Nah, for real, you like the OG,
yeah.
like you legit. You are OG. Like Vic is our OG.
You came on the podcast on like episode 25.
Yeah. Like we had 100. We had 139 right now. You came on episode 25.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
That was last year. That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, it was an early episode.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. I remember that episode.
Early episode.
I sat almost in the same area.
Yeah, but it said back then we was on the couch. Yeah, we had a different. That was before everything. That was when that was when I didn't care about like the way it looked. I was like, yo, just put this shit on the internet. I'm just gonna put it up there. I need people to see our Twitter link and our SoundCloud link, and I'm gonna crop it because like my fucking blinds was fucked up. Remember that? And I ain't had no curtains back then. And then Vic came through one day, and we talked about like the greatest players of all time, like Wilt Chamberlain and shit like that.
Yeah,
because you really like Wilt, right?
Yeah.
Because we was talking about that, and you put Wilt in your top 5 or something like that, and we was like, how Wilt in your top 5? Like, I think whatever. Yeah, you really fuck with Wilt, right?
Yeah, I do.
Exactly. Yeah. So man, that's crazy. Go back and check that out. But if you don't know, this is Hoops and Brews. This is a happy hour. We would say that we would talk about a game, but all of the games are off because all of the series are over, except for the goddamn Nuggets Spurs and the Warriors Clippers. Who would have thought?
I don't know, but I'm happy.
Like literally, we both said 5 or 4 games.
You said sweep. I said 5.
No, you said sweep at first, and then you said, but they might be able to get a game at the end. When we first talked about it, you said, yeah, I agree with you. You literally said, yeah, I agree with you. This is probably going to be a sweep.
You're right.
So you said a game. Fair. We didn't think that the Clippers was going to take 2 games from the Warriors.
I didn't think this would happen.
Yeah, no, it's caught the whole world by surprise, really, man. Because
the Clippers remind me of the Pacers if the Pacers took advantage of those opportunities, right? The Pacers lost that series and they got swept, but the Clippers have won 2 of those games. But also, I know you're gonna say Lou Will is a better scorer than anybody on the team. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like first of all, Doc is a better coach than Nate McMillan. Like it was certain instances in that series where I'm like, yo, if you're struggling scoring, every time Tyreek would come in the game, he was a bucket. Every time. I think in that series he probably averaged like 16, 17 points, and that was in limited minutes. Why is he not out there on the floor more?
Yeah.
Whereas,
we know he can score.
Exactly. Like whereas like Doc or Lou leave, like Lou Will won't start, but he'll play starter minutes every single game.
Yeah.
Tyreek Evans don't never play starter minutes.
Lou Will don't want to start.
Yeah.
Supposedly, the couple games he came off, he told Doc Rivers, I would prefer to come off the bench.
I mean, because like just watching this playoffs, one thing that I've like really like, I feel like every playoffs I watch, I pick up something. Last year, I picked up that it's really hard to score against a set defense. That's what I picked up last year. When you can make shots and you can get back and get in the half court, and you got a good defensive team, it's really, really hard to score against a set defense.
Yeah.
Hard as hell. And this year I picked up like the power of the bench.
Yeah.
Because what you see, especially in the playoffs with the better teams, is especially when you get later on in the playoffs. Like right now, I mean, not even like right now, starters will be even a lot of times, unless you got like some, the Warriors and maybe the Bucks against like the Pistons or something like that. But the starters are usually even. But what the discrepancies happen is with the bench.
Yeah.
Like the bench. So with Doc, I think that he coached better than Nate McMillan did in the Pacers series.
Okay. Do you think he's outcoached Steve Kerr in this series? Because I feel like he has. I just feel like I asked Doc Rivers after Game 4. I said, Doc, do you think that it's impossible for you guys to win when Danilo and Lou Will have a night where they go 7 for 30? Danilo and Lou Will both had more than 20 points in that game. You see the effect of what happens when Danilo and Lou Will make shots. Doc can coach his ass off. He even said it's not impossible, but it's really hard, right? Yeah. It's really hard. You want to know why? Because you just need those guys to make half of their shots. Yeah. If they make half of your shots, then you end the game with everybody. Yeah. Even watching Pat Bev knucklehead, shout out to
that was top 5 knuckleheads ever, bro.
We're gonna get knuckleheads on Hoops and Brews. Nah, bro, we gotta do a knuckleheads Hoops and Brews.
Hey, shout out Q Rick, shout out D Miles, like bro, that was top 3 knuckleheads.
You want to know something?
When they were talking about,
can I say something? And I don't mean this in a disrespectful manner, but everybody that we always make podcasts or shows with, I always say it take you 10 episodes before you get really good. Your first 10 are gonna suck. But after you get to that point, you're going to be really good. The first 10 episodes of the Knuckleheads podcast, I was kind of like, I don't know if this is going to work because of they just didn't, they weren't able to find their rhythm. I felt like it was kind of, it was like a perfect balance that I don't know was there. Now, that shit is incredible. That Pat Bev one, I was at work watching that shit, literally on spreadsheets, but looking at the side of my computer this shit is amazing.
Fire, bro.
Q Rich and Darius Miles, I honestly think that, and it's no disrespect to them as basketball players, but I think that they have the opportunity to kind of do what Nori and Joe Budden I mean not Joe Budden, but Nori and the guy that he works with for Drink Champs. I think they have a chance. I think they have the opportunity to do that for NBA players. I feel like there's been a lot of NBA players searching for that dynamic, but also the other thing about it is, I'm from Chicago. So everything that they talking about, bro, even when they was talking about Marshall, when they was talking about everything.
Bro, the reason why I love it so much is because every stage of life.
Did you watch high school basketball in Chicago in the 2000s?
You remember when Pat Bev and D Rose was Pat Bev, Sharon Collins.
I remember.
Bro,
who was your favorite high school basketball player of the 2000s?
No, stop. Who is your favorite Chicago high school basketball player ever? Fuck the year. Who was your favorite one ever? Ranging from, Ronnie Fields, you go all the way up to Jabari, to D Rose in there, Sharon Collins, Sean Dockery.
Can you put KG in there? Anthony Davis?
Yeah, you put KG in there.
Fuck AD. Nobody really knew AD was from the crib. Nobody knew AD. Nobody knew AD, bro. But who? Who?
Let's send me the name. There's nobody knew AD.
Man, I don't know. I like D Rose, man.
You gotta go with D Rose.
I think that everybody, if you from the ages of, I want to say, 26 to 38, D Rose is your cause bro that shit.
I got a question.
What's up?
If you could bring one athlete that had an injured past back from the past and be able to fix their injuries, so that way you can see the rest of their career, who would that person be? One athlete in the NBA, one NBA player that you would want to.
What's the cat player for the Bulls? Jason Williams.
Yeah. I like that one.
Really?
Because in the beginning, of course, that's an obvious one. If you want to spruce the situation up,
motorcycle folks.
Motorcycle folks, man. If he came in the league strong as hell.
Nah, he did. The crazy bro,
he was that. He was that motherfucker.
He really was.
People that.
So when that happened, it's complete write off. Like we ain't complete write off D Rose. Like you know what I'm
we
saying?
ain't completely write him off, but I don't.
Yes, we
Yeah,
did.
we
No,
did.
yes, we did. See, he played 1 year and didn't play no more, bro.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like after the crash happened, I didn't initially think it was that bad. But when
everybody thought it was that bad.
No,
I did. Yeah.
No, I saw the motorcycle, but I didn't think that. I thought he would be able to heal. I didn't think it was that bad. When I actually saw him play, I was like, "Damn! Like you can't do what you did."
He played
last
after
year.
that. I never saw him play no more.
He played.
No, I think I
never
seen him play one time, and he
never played with the Bulls. Like that was it with the Bulls.
It don't matter.
He came back like I think the Nets G League team or something like that.
I think I seen him play after that though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When he in like Charlotte or something.
Not with the Bulls?
Let me see.
He
No.
didn't play no more.
He played no more. Yeah, damn. I didn't even know that.
They got cleaned up out of there.
Damn.
Wow.
And people don't realize, like, that's also the one thing about the after Mike Bulls there that people don't realize. Like,
and that's also why they put those clauses in those contracts now for athletes to stay off of those types of vehicles. Yeah. If you're an athlete and you're doing stuff like that, think about your future. Literally. Yeah. Because I think I really like Jay Will as a player.
He was dope. Like, bro. And people don't realize, like, that the Bulls have had two. People don't talk about this, but the Bulls are damn near like 5 steps away from the Blazers when it comes to like injuries, bro. Because like, bro, you get Jay Will, right?
You should write a documentary on that, on why the Bulls are cursed.
He has a decent rookie season, right?
Yeah.
And then gets destroyed, can't play no more. That sets the Bulls back at least 6 years, 7 years. Then you get blessed, you get like you make some decent moves. You get the Dame joint from you get Dame from Phoenix.
Yeah.
You get Ben Gordon, so you get 2 top 10 picks, right? Then Kirk Heinrich was a solid draft pick. He wasn't a star, but he was solid.
I like Kirk Heinrich.
Kirk was solid.
Kirk Heinrich is a quality starting point guard.
I agree. He was a quality starting point guard. People hate it just because of where he got drafted, but still he was a very.
If Kirk Heinrich played for Pop, Kirk would have been a damn near all-star every year.
That's fair.
In that system, like Kirk Heinrich was a system point guard who had the grittiness, not toughness, but the grittiness of a Matthew Dellavedova.
Yeah. And
he was like a very, very mid version shooting of JJ Redick, but he also liked to operate in the paint. So it's like if you a point guard like that, you gotta go and you gotta be with system. Like he would have worked with a coach like a Doc in a Boston, like a Pop. He would have worked with a Phil. He would have worked. He would have worked in Memphis. He would even worked in Miami with a team. With a team like the Heat. Like
he'd have been amazing with the Heat.
Yeah, he was just he was just one of those guys that he wasn't a star. He was just a really, really good player for a team.
I mean, like
honestly, and there's no disrespect. He was like for the Bulls. I at least looked at him as kind of like a John Havlicek light.
I feel that's.
Does that make sense?
I mean, it's a little bit OC. I
said light.
Though. To me, I would say he's like a Mike Conley. I think he's like a Mike Conley, but Mike Conley is better than him.
Yeah, but that's a John Havlicek light. Like he was like he wasn't really the guy for the Bulls. He was just kind of an extra piece. You remember Kirk Heinrich, Vic?
Yeah.
Did you fuck with Kirk Heinrich?
Yeah, to a degree, but you know what I'm saying, on an overall level, what do you guys think he did for the Bulls?
He was just a good player.
Yeah, he was a steady player. I mean, like, look, we gotta remember, like, those mid-2000 Bulls teams was decent. They wasn't terrible.
Yeah, they definitely wasn't terrible. The
early 2000 Bulls,
and
the baby Bulls was trash. Eddie Robinson, shout out to Marcus Fizer. Yo. If you don't know who Marcus Fizer is, why are you in my mentions right now arguing me about that? If you don't know who E-Rob is, if you don't remember the red headband, G, you cannot get in my mentions and talk about that, G. If you don't remember Eddie Robinson red headband, you can't talk to me about the Bulls, bro. If you don't remember Marcus fucking Fizer and that little ass fucking armband he used to wear around his goddamn arm.
AJ Guyton, I don't want to hear it with you.
Exactly,
stop it, I don't want to hear it from you, B.
Stop.
But no,
you don't remember who Ben Gordon is.
But no, I would say real quick, just wrap that up.
You remember who Ben Gordon is, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't remember that.
Wrapping that up real quick. The Bulls have just had horrible injuries to their guards and sets the franchise back at least 5 years to a decade every time. But if I could pick a player that I would have to say I wish never got hurt, you know who that player is?
Who?
Greg Oden. Their starting lineup would be Greg Oden, LaMarcus Aldridge, Dame Lillard. Dame would be here because if you don't
literally. You see the way we both looked at it? We both looked at each other like, what?
Nah, bro, because like you gotta remember, like it was if I'm not, I think Gerald Wallace was a player they traded to Brooklyn with for like the 7th pick, which became Dame Lillard. I don't think Greg Oden getting good would affect you having Gerald Wallace.
Nah, it would, because you operate your franchise entirely different.
But I think Oden played with Gerald Wallace.
Yeah, but if you got Oden, does it necessarily mean you make that same trade?
For Gerald Wallace? Wait, what you mean?
No.
Like, they traded Gerald Wallace for...
Gerald Wallace one day. I mean, he was...
Exactly. They traded Gerald Wallace for a pick.
Yeah.
I think they traded him for like...
became Dame, right?
Yeah. For like Travis Outlaw and like fucking...
If Greg Oden gets good, then the Gerald Wallace's deficiencies aren't as highlighted as they were with Greg Oden being hurt.
I disagree with that.
Gerald Wallace wasn't a terrible player, but he wasn't... he wasn't what... Gerald Wallace, you know who Gerald Wallace kind of remind me of? If I had to do today's NBA, Gerald Wallace kind of remind me of Evan Turner. Evan Turner, just slightly more athletic and better, and a little bit better defensively. Huh? You know what I mean? Like, he just kind of was in the middle. He floated in the ether.
So now,
if Greg Oden was on that team, I don't know if you get rid of Gerald Wallace.
He played in Portland in 2011. And no, you would, because you had Nick Batum. Batum is who you had. You had, so this team is,
but I
mean, was going, nah, bro, you had you have a 22-year-old Nick Batum giving you 12 for.
Let me get my phone.
Giving you 12 for giving you 12 points, 4 rebounds, basically 2 assists, 1 steal a game. You would still get rid of Gerald Wallace for that pick. And if you get that, then you would have, assuming everything stays the same, because this is the 2010-2011 roster. Let's see when Greg Oden. Let's see when Greg Oden got off the team. Greg Oden was off the team the year before, and they won 50 games that season. So when he was on the roster, they still won 50 games. So if you make that trade, and you bring in Dame, you got Greg Oden.
So who would Greg Oden have been better than if he played in today's NBA?
Would he be better than?
Yes. Who would he be better than that's currently playing right now in terms of the big men if he was still healthy?
I think he would be...
Does that mean he would be in what year, like 11 right now?
Yeah, I think...
He'd be like Steph age, around that age? Somewhere in there?
He'd be KD's age, I think.
Okay, still.
Because I think he's barely 30 right now.
So who you got?
Would be
better than who right now?
I think he'd be better than Cat. I think he'd be better than... I think he would be what people think that Gobert is, but with a better offensive game, because Gobert still had the hook shot. So like he would be, I think he could be defensive player of the year like 4 times in a row.
Okay.
I'd like
4 times in a row. That's a little blast.
Do you understand? No, bro. When he played, this is what Greg Oden's numbers were when he played and couldn't and was always hurt. His best season.
Didn't he say he gonna try to be in a big 3 or something?
Look, bro, the man is giving you, and this is 2009-2010. This is when he played 21 games, but again, he was hurt. He gave you 11 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. So I can only, and that's at 22 years old.
What's his per 36?
Per 36
I asked that because that'll let me know a little bit more.
16, 12, and 3. His rookie year, 14, 11, and 2.
I mean, it's like DeAndre Ayton numbers.
Ayton ain't crazy?
Yeah, he is.
But Ayton also ain't giving you them blocks.
No, but still, you give me... Hold on 1 second. Hello?
This man answering a phone call in a minute. What the fuck?
It was a spam call. I'm like, what the fuck?
But you gotta think about this, like
Gobert. Y'all heard it though.
Gobert don't have an offensive game he can put to memory, which is what you even saw with the Rockets team. He's like, bro, how you getting Harden? How is?
I just want to say Vic Spencer's the first person in history to roll a blunt on Hoops and Brews.
But it's fine.
I'm just gonna acknowledge it.
It's literally the first person
it's
ever.
legal in California.
The first person ever. But
shout out to Vic Spencer, man.
But
Chicago legend.
But
man rapped on a song with Ghostface. Sorry. Hold on. Was it Ghostface or Raekwon?
Ghostface.
Okay, exactly. Was it Ghostface or was it Raekwon? Ghostface. Exactly. Legendary. Go ahead, my bad.
But no, yeah, I think that he would be Gobert going correct. Like you got to remember when he was coming out, his comparisons were to Bill Russell. That was his comparison.
Greg Oden, if healthy, would have hooped Bill Russell up.
I'm just like bro, like to me, I think that guy is Greg Oden. Like, even if your team is just LaMarcus Aldridge and Greg Oden, you have the best. You have the perfect front line. You literally have the perfect front line. The perfect front line. So for me, my guy would be, if I could take away injuries from anybody, my guy would be Greg Oden. I would want to take Greg Oden's injuries away.
Okay, I'm sorry, but since we gonna get all the way ignorant, let's get all the way ignorant. Vic, how the fuck are you gonna fit that much fucking weed into one blunt, G?
No Sean Skimps, man. That's the new album I'm working on.
What?
That's the album. No Sean Skimps.
What?
Yeah. No Sean Skimps, man.
G, how are you gonna fit this into one fucking thing, bro?
No Sean Skimps, man. You don't see it. You gonna get the before and after.
Come on, bro. What?
You know what I'm saying? You gonna get the before and after real quick.
Is this why they call you Vic Green Thumbs?
That's right. Big Green Thumbs, no Sean Skimps, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
We
fucking
on
screaming.
HoopsNBrews,
But
no
hey,
Sean Skimps, Sean Kemp, you know.
Exactly. If you don't know who Sean Kemp is,
No,
don't
stop
be in our
that.
mentions.
If you don't know who the Rain Man is, don't be in our mentions.
Yeah.
You don't know who the Rain Man is. You hand me that pineapple juice, sir?
That is hilarious. Yo, Vic then made a lot of history on Hoops and Brews today. I just want to say that. But all right,
Give me your one guy.
What else are we talking? Oh, my one guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna go with Grant Hill.
I like that one.
Because if Grant Hill never got hurt, nobody would be talking to me about LeBron James being the greatest player of all time.
Also, you wouldn't be slandering T-Mac.
No, I would be slandering T-Mac.
That team was supposed to be T-Mac and Grant Hill.
Huh?
That team was supposed to be T-Mac and Grant Hill. In
Yeah,
the East and the
I would
early
still be
2000s.
slandering
T-Mac
T-Mac
too.
because I would be saying he played with.
Yeah,
No,
T-Mac
I still
too.
like T-Mac because I would say he played. They'll be like D-Wade when he played with LeBron. I'd be like, he
Come on,
played with
G.
fucking LeBron.
Come on,
he
G.
wasn't the best player.
D-Wade, G.
No,
G,
bro.
G.
No,
2000
D-Wade.
T-Mac. G. 2000 T-Mac was 1 million times better
D-Wade,
than
yo, shout out to
G.
you for retiring. Do me a favor. Go to the Big Three and give all their ass buckets.
Mm-hmm. Seen Ice Cube.
Vic, how are you gonna fit that all? This, like, G, do you see
I
what
see
the
it.
fuck? Yo, if you are watching this and you are under 18 years old, cut this shit off. If you're over 18 years old, you can continue watching. It's actually legal in California. It's as legal as this Tito's we're drinking. Shout out to Tito.
Fucking
yo,
gallon of
yo,
Tito's.
yo. Who was the first person named Tito to be like, yo, I'm gonna make some vodka?
I don't know, but shout out to homie Velvet Jones.
Yeah,
All right, all right, cool. So since they always say we never talk about enough beer alcohol, what's your favorite drink?
Tito's, yo. I ain't gonna even flex with y'all, man. I like Tito's.
Tito's and what?
Tito's and pineapple juice and pineapple chunks. Like other vodkas, like I think Tito's and Goose been neck to neck. Like I feel like I go to get Tito's. It's just like going to go get Uncle Remus when you don't want Harold's type. You know what I'm saying? Like
I actually never had Uncle Remus.
I've
Man,
never
if
had
you-
Uncle Remus.
Like I feel like if you had Uncle Remus and you
I'm a
spend the
Harold's
amount of
truther.
money that you would spend on Uncle Remus
I'm a Harold's
versus
truther.
the same as Harold. I'm a Harold's trooper regardless too, but I feel like
Which costs less, Uncle Remus?
no, Uncle Remus costs more. So
Costs more.
yeah, it costs more. So when you feel like you got it, you go get the Goose. That's how I feel about the Uncle Remus. Like, man, if you got it, man, I'm gonna go get this. You know what I'm saying? It's Uncle Remus real
What
quick.
you like better, Uncle Remus or Harold's?
Harold's.
Okay.
Absolutely.
My dog.
I'm a Harold's nigga, but you know what I'm saying. But I seen Leroy's top 10 Harold's in Chicago, and it made me realize that he was absolutely right for ranking number 2. Yeah, he was absolutely right when he ranked Uncle Remus as number 2 on a Harold's list. Like that was genius. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how to put Uncle Remus in the equation. Like, we can all be like, man, I'm a Harold's nigga, but Uncle Remus is in the equation. You know what I'm saying?
See, I just never actually spent time out west. Like,
But it ain't, y'all gotta come home, it ain't out west no more. It's one on 47.
It is?
It is 147, like King Drive, right?
Cottage.
And
That's low-key been there for a
47
minute,
Cottage,
From the McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's low-key been there for a minute, though.
My little brother used to go
Yeah,
to school there.
Definitely was there since you been back there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, come check it out. I mean, if you want it authentic, you know, people gonna have a biased reviews on it, like, yeah, you know, you ain't had it till you go out west and woo. Nah, you know what I'm saying? It's an Uncle Remus sign, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's an Uncle Remus
South,
sign.
motherfucker.
It's an Uncle Remus sign.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
what's your favorite drink?
Beer? Or we talking about drink?
I said, what's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink right now.
Ever. What's your favorite alcoholic beverage? You really did that shit. Do you see this shit?
I'm trying to think, man. That's so tough.
Do you see this shit?
it's good.
Is it Kazoo? The fucking tequila that's in a white bottle.
Oh
like
yeah, something like that. Krazul or something like that.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay. I'm gonna say old fashioned. Old fashioned with some bullet, or I'm gonna say old fashioned with bullet, like with the alcohol, the whiskey bullet. I love an old fashioned. After that, it'd probably be a Manhattan. All right, cool.
Real quick, talking about it. So,
what's the first drink you ever had?
Bacardi and Gatorade.
Bacardi and Gatorade?
Yeah, so check this out. This is like hood shit, right? So my homie, shout out Chicago.
That ain't hood shit. That's just goofy shit. Why you drinking Bacardi and Gatorade?
Nah. Look, bro, the homie, shout out Chicago and Jerry. They came to the crib, and in my grandma old liquor stash that they was like from like the 80s and shit, right? Like they had like mad Bacardi, like that shit of Bacardi, right? So we like, alright, well, we gon' like, I'm not finna just sit here and drink Bacardi. So then my homie's like, yo, mix it with the Gatorade. That's how you know we like 15, 16, cause like you can get your hands on some Gatorade shit probably just be in the crib.
Yeah.
Now I had mad Gatorade, so yeah, Bacardi and Gatorade. Tasting terrible. Did not know how to mix it.
I think my first drink was me sipping somebody beer and then immediately spitting that shit out. Like I just remember having beer first. My first actual drink was low key when I was in. Damn, I don't know, man. I legit don't even remember high school. That's the craziest part.
I do.
You still remember high school?
Yeah.
Like I mean, I remember high school, but I don't remember like all of the little shit. Like you know what I mean? Like the little, you know how some people catalog their little life in college and high school. I don't remember none of them.
Wait,
because I was just waiting to get out of there.
I got one for you specifically. Cause I know how you get down with the shoes, right? Besides Jordans, not putting Jordans in there, and you can't put the question ones by Iverson. Cause I know you probably say that too. Favorite basketball player shoes? If you can't put Jordans and you can't put the question ones.
Man, I like Spree Wheels, some Converses, man. Y'all remember those?
I remember the Dadas. The Dadas free will joint.
Nah,
they had the spinach.
Yeah, before that, that was trash.
I don't even remember them.
This is like
before he choked the coach.
This is right around that time. It was before he choked the coach. Yeah, definitely before he choked the coach. He was with the Warriors. I think at that time, the Trail Sprewell and Chris Webber, those like my favorite players at that time. And
Latrell really ruined their whole.
You talking about these bitches?
Converse joint.
These bitches.
Yeah, I had those.
Let me see.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, them motherfuckers out fire.
Them bitches
Okay.
is. I love them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had those.
Favorite shoe? My favorite shoe is honestly the pump.
D Brown joints. I like those.
I fuck with the pumps.
Nice.
I'm talking about the 2000 pumps though. I had the black and purple ones with the fucking little basketball, and I fuck with them.
Yes, sir.
I would probably say the Adidas Crazy 8s, the Kobe joints. Those were like those Kobe's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy 8s, yeah,
Crazy 8s,
yeah, them bitches. But like the fucking black ones though, the black shit that was black, they had like the white swishes and the white little curves in them and shit.
I like the.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I like the. I had the Grand Hills.
The Grand Hills was hard.
You know
The
what I'm
Grants
saying? They had a nice little run.
The Grants was hard. The
Grand
pennies,
Hills.
so basically the foam posits, them shits is hard.
Yeah, but not now though. Like I don't know. I think they like oversaturated them.
Yeah,
And it's kind of like
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You see a pair that you own that you know that they coming out with. They just running them like crazy. But back in the day, like you was the man when you had the foam posits on. Like it's crazy because they was. No matter if they was ugly or not, they was the highest, expensive shoe.
Shit.
So you got them on, it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
You got the joints on.
Yeah, you got them joints on, like you know, you that guy. You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like growing up, I always bought the Iversons because Iverson was like my man's. So I always bought the Iversons growing up.
I was already grown ass man when Iverson was in the league. Almost, pretty much. I was a teenager, 17. And I was wearing hella streetwear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hella streetwear, but I liked Iverson's what he brought to the game. You know what I'm saying? He brought that swagger and he brought that wave, like that streetwear attire to the league, man.
That man showed up to the NBA Finals in an Eagles jersey and a do-rag. You're hard. And then proceeded to give the Lakers, what was it, like fucking 43? And step over Tyronn Lue, come into the game with an Eagles jersey and a do-rag. A camouflage Reebok do-rag. That's how that man came to the game and proceeded to get him in 47. 47.
He did splash. He did splash Lou, yo. Like every time you seen Lou, like Lou won a championship as being a coach. Like and for that, and you know what I'm saying, you gotta think every time you see Lou, man, you gotta think about that one step like this over your existence, bro.
That man stepped down at that man kept running.
In the whole corner.
Stepping over Ty Lue.
On the whole corner of the Lakers roster.
He looked back, and G, the funniest part is like fucking Horace Grant being like, yo, get up, G, get up. He like fucking helped him over, like, get up, bro, don't worry about it.
That's why shout out to Pat Bear for not letting Draymond Green step over him like that.
Yeah, G. Pat was like, nah, bro.
Draymond be on that bullshit.
I'm not going. But nah, I super fuck with his interview, G, because he was like, man, like, I don't think nobody busts my ass. It's like, man, everybody trying to be too pretty. He like, nah, I ain't doing that. He like, man, you ask any kid what step do, shoot. Alright, so don't let his ass shoot. Layup. You ask them what they do, dribble. Alright, don't let their ass dribble. He was like, man, you get crossed up, G, so get your ass up. Like everybody worried about being on Instagram and shit like that, man. I don't care like that. I'm trying to win. Like, yo, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. It's a West Side shit, but I fuck with that.
I talked to him about it, and he said it's bigger than basketball. It's a mentality.
Nah, I did that.
Like literally, I can be like, yo, I talked to Patrick Beverly, and he told me that his West Side mentality is bigger than basketball. I literally talked to Patrick Beverly after the game, and he said it's bigger than basketball. It's a mentality.
Nah, bro.
Go watch that YouTube.com/HoopsNBrews.
Nah, bro, because you could even like when they were just talking about like just basketball in the city. It was like people don't understand like how fucking Chicago is, especially like I don't know how about now, especially like in that era. Like, first of all, people think, oh, you get to play the game like it's straight. Nah, he be mad gangs there, bro. Like mad gangs. Like that shit is like that shit could get hectic. Like dead ass. Like niggas might come off the thing and fade you. Like seriously, like that shit can get hectic. So just even playing like in that environment, you got to be different, bro. And it ain't like you getting mad foul call. Like they'll like call fouls. You can be mad physical in like the public leagues, bro. Mad physical. So like it's damn near you out there literally at war with people. Especially when you playing rivalries, like can you imagine if you playing a school that like y'all literally go actually physically fight? Like when people had rival schools, you would actually go physically.
I remember all them fights on Curie
and Bogan.
Yeah,
so it's like Curie and Bogan.
G. I used to be scared as hell to go past that White Castle on motherfuckers. On what was it? On 79th and Pulaski. G. I used to be I remember they packed one chick that I went to high school with out on the bus. I'm like, G. I'm like, come on, G. Every time literally I'm on a bus, I gotta I used to be the type of motherfucker where I would go to sleep and I'll tell motherfuckers around like, hey yo, wake me up when we get to 87. But when we got that Bogan, hell no. I ain't like literally I'm up, like let's go. Something crack off, G, let's go.
But nah, seriously though,
like,
so
come on,
like,
G.
So you can imagine like if you know you playing like Bogan versus Curie, it's a little bit more than basketball.
They drag
bro.
Shorty off the bus.
Gee, Scott tell me all the time, homecoming. He say they quarterback bust Bogan ass. Bogan came up to the homecoming looking for the man, whoop dude ass at homecoming, cause he bust their ass in the game.
He not lying.
So like that, like it's deeper. Like yeah, bro, it's all that make you ready. Like, even when Dane was like, bro, I don't care about no playoffs. I'm from East Oakland. I don't get no fuck, G.
Yeah, like
I done been through way more intense situations.
Russ not gonna fight me.
He not
Russ
gonna
ain't about
me,
this
G.
life.
Russ
ain't trying to throw the fade.
Russ not gonna beat my ass on the court, but I done been through way more intense situations than this. I'm finna get this man 50 and talk to him while I'm doing it.
Russ got too much money to throw the fade. This man got a whole ass box of diamonds.
Where did you buy this, bro? How did you get this?
Box of swishers, you know.
How did where do you get a box of swishers?
This is the top 5 episode of
$12.99, bro.
Nah,
G, you bought the whole G. I've never seen so. G, you bought the gas station box.
You bought 2 boxes.
So you went to the gas station like, let me get the box.
Went to the smoke shop, we get the box. It rhymed too. Went to the smoke shop, like, let me get the box. Put that in my rhymes. No Sean Skimp album coming soon.
Gee, I've never seen that outside of 7-Eleven or the liquor store. ever in my life. I've never seen that.
Get to LA. You know what I'm saying? Double up. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know. You never know where you go on.
Shout out to Vic Green. Shout out to Vic Green. But go ahead.
Nuggets Spurs, what you think?
I don't care.
I do.
I don't.
I like that series,
I want Dame.
bro.
I'm rooting for Dame either way.
Me too.
So it doesn't
Me
matter.
too. We need Dame versus Steph in the conference finals.
I hope we can get Dame versus Steph in the conference finals. Steph been playing terrible this playoffs.
We need bro.
Stephen Curry has not been good this playoffs.
Bro.
He has not been good at all, and I'm the biggest Steph fan. That man ain't been good.
If they play, I think the Warriors will beat them. But Dame not going. Like, look.
You said the Rockets gonna beat the Warriors.
I do believe that. Yes. I like the thing, but the thing for me, the Rockets beating the Warriors is, for one, they have to be locked in. I can't
they don't have home court advantage anymore.
I understand that, but with the way the Warriors been not great, and you could say, "Oh, it's the Clippers," but I don't think it's that. Like, I think they come to the games locked in, and people just beat them. For one, I think the starters will be pretty much even, or even if the starters like have a little bit of an advantage, the bench is not good, especially with Boogie not being there. Like, that's when you actually do miss Boogie. Like, I'll see them running post-up plays for Andrew Bogut. Like, bro, that's not gonna get the job done.
So Boogie Smooth done?
I thought Boogie
is
wasn't
Boogie
good
Smooth
for them.
Done? I knew he was out.
Nah, he got a slightly torn quad. They say it's not completely torn, but he done for the year. Yeah. They say he may can come back later.
I ain't coming. Nah, G, like that. No, G, you know, bro. So like, look, yes, granted, I thought Boogie was, and again,
for him, paycheck wise, if I can come back around June 16th, that's not bad. That's 2 months.
But the series might be over. Like the playoffs might be over by June 16th.
It's not.
Well, that might be like Game 5 of the finals, or Game 4 of the finals.
Okay, well, never mind.
But here's my thing with Boogie. Like, yes, I think that in the pick and roll sometimes he, gets messed up. But even like for the Rockets series, right? Last time he played the Rockets, he looked great. Also, the Rockets want to switch everything, right? So those actions in which you saw, like they would switch Harden on Gobert, and Gobert didn't have a post move to put to memory. If it's Boogie on Harden, that's buckets every time. Every single time, or even like you see him on the glass.
I love how you spent the whole season telling me Boogie was gonna be Mo Spates, but apparently the way you're talking, he don't sound like Mo Spates.
No.
So will you say you wrong?
No, I'm not, because
okay then I can't agree with you then.
I'm
not gonna let you ride out with that. Mo Spates, you wasn't putting Mo Spates on the block against James Harden.
Listen. But also at the same time, you weren't playing the Rockets at that point in time. If you play the Rockets and they like,
I'm not putting that Mo Space from then on this Rockets team from now.
Listen. If they fucking switching everything, and I got a side advantage, like, bro, we got like, yes, Mo Space is like a stretch forward, but gee, I remember Mo Space in college. I remember Mo Space when he first came to the league. You can dump the ball to someone to block, and he can get a bucket. A lot of times, what you saw was Boogie would be out on the perimeter a lot, taking a lot of threes, doing Mo Space type things. But again, I think that losing Boogie actually does hurt them a little bit. Like, even when you play the Clippers, right? Like, yes, he was getting destroyed in the pick and roll, but you can't run a Lou Will, Montrezl Harrell pick and roll for like 48 minutes.
Why not?
Because they can't play 48 minutes.
Exactly.
So you got to stick the man in there sometimes.
Which is why Boogie is not Mo Spates, and I told y'all that, but go ahead.
Regardless, I think he does hurt a little bit, especially considering the fact that their bench isn't really that good. So, and I think the Rockets have a better bench than them. So I think that maybe the starters may be even, but if guys like Daniel House can continue to step up, Austin Rivers, Reed, Nene even gave us a little bit of something when he played the last game in the Rocket series. If those guys can step up and hit timely shots,
Nene
I think they got a real chance. I think they got a real chance.
You off that shit.
But regardless, the world needs Dame versus Steph, Blazers versus Warriors in the conference finals. Especially with like this being the last year Oracle. I'm sure that's a special place for Dame. Dame from Oakland. So I'm sure Dame want to go in there and show out.
Dame got to make it there first.
He do got to make it there.
I think he's gonna make it there, but he's got to make it there.
It's not gonna be.
I think he better hope he don't play the Spurs.
I think he'll fare better against the Spurs than he would against the Nuggets.
No, I disagree with that. Derek White is gonna make Damian Lillard's life a living hell.
But if CJ get going, then you got to switch Derek on CJ.
No, I don't, because CJ still got to guard somebody.
He got to guard Forbes.
He got to guard DeMar.
No, DeMar is a 3. That means I would be having a combination of Evan Turner, Rodney Hood, those guys on DeMar.
I don't know about that.
CJ not gonna be guard DeMar. DeMar plays a 3 on this team.
I don't know.
They start Forbes and White.
If I'm Pop, I make an adjustment, and that's got to be your adjustment.
So what, you putting DeMar at the 2 and you just gonna start Rudy Gay?
Yeah, I have to.
I don't think you do.
You make that adjustment.
I don't think you do.
I think you do.
Especially with the way that Rudy's been playing. Like now, Rudy had a good game in Game 6.
LaMarcus has been playing the center?
No, Pearl.
Okay. I don't watch the Spurs because I don't give a fuck about them. Like they're boring. They're boring to watch. The Nuggets are boring to watch.
The Nuggets are boring to watch.
The Nuggets are boring to watch.
No, they're not.
All these teams are boring to watch. I don't watch them.
I might have to agree with TPJ
I'm not
on
even
this
gonna
one,
lie. They're boring as hell to watch. I'm not gonna watch them. So
I'm actually like this, like Game 6. I really enjoy it. I enjoy it.
I don't like watching them.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
There's no guy on the floor that makes me want to watch.
I mean, this game, the next game is gonna be exciting.
Game 7.
I mean, Game 7 is gonna be decent. I mean, it's definitely gonna be exciting. But I don't care who wins as long as they lose to Portland.
I mean, not like I love watching Jokic play. I even like watching DeMar play. Like DeMar plays a style which I like. I wish that he would take at least 2 threes a night. I think that he's doing something like a slight disservice by not taking any. I think he should take at least 2 a night, bro. Because sometimes you see him start his offense like it's like 1980. He'll start the offense at like the top of the key. I'm like, bro, that's not enough space on the court.
Yeah.
Like, just take 2 a game. He not that bad of a shooter that I think he can't at least hit fucking 28% of his threes. Take 2 a night. If Giannis can take 2 threes a night, you can take 2 threes a night.
And yeah, I don't understand why he don't have that confidence in that jump shot.
I don't think it's confidence. I just don't think he don't want to take them.
Yeah, but why not?
I don't know. LaMarcus too. He don't take them either.
I just don't understand.
I think
LaMarcus is a true power forward.
But hold on.
DeMar is really a 2.
But what you like seeing in this game is like a couple times early on. I think
he should have shot that.
But no, look, listen, right here. I think he passed it to LaMarcus. Yep.
Yeah.
But no, that happened because he shot it. I think a couple times before. Yep. There you go. He can't do more of that twice a game.
Who?
LaMarcus.
Why he gotta do more of that?
He can't shoot that shot twice a game. It's gonna be open.
LaMarcus is doing that twice a game.
No, he's not. He's taking 48 threes this year total. He's taking 3 more than DeMar.
Oh yeah, we did. We had this conversation.
3 more than DeMar.
But why do I have to be the one to do that when he the fucking shooting guard?
Both of them should take 2 a night.
He the fucking shooting guard.
Both of them should take 2 a night. It opens up the floor a little bit more for everybody. Just take 2 a night.
I'm not giving them no excuses on
just
that
take
one.
2 a night.
They on their own. DeMar got to get better. I thought DeMar was gonna come back this season with a vengeance. I haven't seen a vengeance.
Yeah, this is probably the best game. This actually, Game 6 might have been.
This was like Iron Man 2. It was just. It was. I'm sorry. It's like Iron Man 3. It was like.
You're fucking hilarious. DeMar is like Iron Man 3. That's
for real.
That's the name of this episode.
That's no disrespect to DeMar because I fuck with
DeMar head on. We're gonna put DeMar head on Iron Man.
But I've been telling you for years, 2 years, that DeMar got to be better.
Real quick though,
he's from Compton, right? Compton legend, but he got to be better. I do want to
say this. I think that it could be recency biased, but in my memory, that I remember, Game 6 is probably one of DeMar's best playoff games. What he played today. I think he had like 21 in like the second half. I think he had like 7 at halftime, but he got fouled. Then put him up 4. He missed 1 free throw, got the rebound, got the tip back right before that to put him up 4. And I think he scored like 21 in the second half, and with like 7, 8 assists. I think this is one of the better playoff games DeMar has had personally. So I do want to say that. But I'm with you. I thought that. I mean, I like pick DeMar in my sleep for MVP. I thought DeMar was gonna come out mad. Everything he said sounded like they would come out mad. And
that sleeper pick was worse than my life.
No. But listen, I also thought that the Spurs would win 50 games. I didn't know that Murray would get hurt. That was a huge hit to the equation at first.
When did he get hurt?
Preseason. But I said that before the preseason. He tore his ACL preseason.
Okay.
I said that before that. I didn't know he would tear his ACL, which was a huge part of why I said what I said. But, yeah.
All right, Vic. What do you want to talk about? Basketball. Anything involving basketball?
I remember I was on my IG Live and I was talking about how I was going to laugh about how LeBron is not going to be in the playoffs. And I thought that was hilarious at that time because you know, I was trolling all the LeBron fans, the little nut huggers, the little cock buffers, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was just playing around with them, you know what I mean? But for the most part, you know, I just wanted to laugh at the fact that LeBron James is supposed to be the best player in the league, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to just take a team on your back, not even, you know, taking away from all his war wounds and all the accomplishments that he had. But the fact that you know, make these big announcements and these big moves and these transitions and don't execute them well, you know what I'm saying? You deserve to get laughed at, you know what I'm saying, after a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? That, overall, I think that, you know, him not being in the playoffs is like, it makes every other player or even other superstars comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh man, I ain't got to deal with LeBron in postseason, you know what I'm saying? And I'm with that, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm with that, you know. I want to see, you know, other people flourish out here. I want to see Dame do his thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see the Phillies team do their thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what?
Who you think will win the championship this year?
Man, I want to see Boston do it, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why?
I like what Kyrie doing on his own. Yeah. I ain't gonna say that he's at his greatest, highest potential right now, but I think what he's on right now is, you know what I'm saying, he on something. Like he got like the V for Vendetta mentality, rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? He going in. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, it's gonna be surprise. It's every man for themselves, and I think it gives the NBA some kind of excitement. The fact that LeBron James.
You feel like it ain't been exciting the past couple of years?
Yeah, but not like how it is now. It's a lot of young players. It's a lot of inspiration going on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
LeBron took.
It was more culture. It's been like a lot of culture the past 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like inspiration. You get like 5-year-olds looking at this and like, man, I can be a basketball player. Like, I don't think that like that strong of an inspiration was present 5 years ago like that. You know what I'm saying?
You feel that's because of like Twitter and social media, or you think it's just because of the games are just more televised?
No, I think it's the culture. You know what I'm saying? And the older the players got, I think the older players still had notoriety. You know what I'm saying? 5 years ago.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, it's a lot of young guys out here really getting it done.
Okay.
And you get to see that now. You know what I'm saying? Now that LeBron not in the playoffs, so maybe it was the NBA Illuminati move or something. I don't know.
Nah, I mean, I'm with you. Like you got a whole bunch of like first time stars. Like you're like Jokic. Like Jokic probably had his best game today. He had like 43-point triple double today. Dame, you see what like Dame doing shit. You see
Dame our age, bro. He not a first time superstar.
He is, but
things like Milwaukee happening. Like
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I don't look at that as like culture. I look at that as like more inspirational than anything. Cause you see these young players, tall as hell, but he out there busting, getting it done. Yeah, getting it done, Joe. Yeah. I don't even lie, getting it done. Like he out there doing mic moves at Manute Bowl height. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Giannis was doing mic moves at Manute Bowl height. That's gonna be the name of this episode. I'm gonna put Giannis' face on Manute Bowl body.
But I feel you, because like I mean like that's what I get. Like I feel like we transition to like a new era of like the NBA. Mm-hmm. I feel like we kind of setting up for the next 5 years of the league right now. Mm-hmm. Like for instance, like even like again, I'm gonna like go back to Dame. Like yeah, Dame been around, but Dame ain't been around. Like even like that, you going up against Russ. If you think about point guards in this generation, you think Russ been the second best, third best, whatever, top point guard this generation. Yeah. Dame annihilated that man. Yeah. When we come back next season, you can't nobody on planet Earth put this man Russell Westbrook above Dame. Yeah. Like that's a spot thing. Like that shit matters in like the consciousness of people. Like like I feel like spots.
And it's a lot of that too. It's a lot more of competition. It's a competitive. It's more of a competitive sport. And I think it's fun that you can see that you can get to see stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? See a Dame Lillard come and you know what I'm saying?
You said that the Warriors made the rest of the NBA better. Do you like talk about that?
They did because it's become an arms race. Now everybody's like, yo, we gotta work. GM's got a GM. Unless you want to sit back and see them win the next fucking 10 rings, you got a GM. Like, you got to get people together. Like Daryl Morey said, my only focus is beating the Warriors. If you a GM and, well, if you an organization and your focus ain't on taking down the Warriors, you don't care. Then you just happy with selling tickets, and that's fine. Like that's, you know, cool. But if you're any type of competitor, you want to beat the Warriors. Like, that's the standard. We got to beat them. And if we want to beat them, we need talent. We need to think of some analytical shit. We need to think of something to get these motherfuckers out the paint. They gotta go.
We need to think of some analytical
shit. Get them
shit.
out the paint. Like, so they made the league. Like, I feel like nobody was, like, even with the Heat, when they came together, like, yeah, they were dope, but they never seemed unbeatable. Especially because D-Wade wasn't in his prime no more. You talking about you got 2 MVPs in their prime. You ain't never seen that before on one team before. No, you haven't.
D-Wade wasn't that old, though.
But, bro, first of all, D-Wade never been MVP. Never. Number one, never been MVP. So that's a whole, like, I love D-Wade, but that's the one thing D-Wade ain't got an MVP. Because the years when he was doing his thing, Kobe was still looked at as the best shooting guard in the league. So he was never looked at as the best shooting guard in the league ever. Top 5 player, yes. Best shooting guard, no. We talk about in Golden State, you got Steph and you got KD at the height of their powers, and 2 other people pretty much Clay and Draymond at the height of their powers. I don't think in NBA history you've ever had 4 All-Stars at the height of their, besides like the early like 70s Boston teams or maybe that Philly team. But no, because Dr. J was old. So probably besides the early Boston team.
I mean, 30 is not young to me though.
But still, you at the height of your powers though. You like probably on the tail end of it at the height of your powers. You still at the height of your powers. You ain't past your prime. You ain't like when Chuck, Drexler and Hakeem hooked up.
Yeah.
You ain't even like when Rodman, Pippen and Mike hooked up. They was all great together. That's not the height of their powers. That's not like fucking Bad Boy Pistons.
That was the height of Mike's powers to me.
No, the height of Mike powers was the first 3P. The second 3P he adjusted and was still cold.
Yeah, you know, you're talking about the second one.
That's
I'm thinking about the first one. The first one was with Horace. And
the height of the powers is if we talking about we taking 91 Mike, we taking 94 Scotty.
What year was the best year of Michael Jordan's career? Vic?
When they won his first championship.
91.
Okay.
91. So we talking about we taking 91 Mike, we taking 94 Scotty, and Bad Boy Pistons Rob.
And I like the 72-10 Mike too.
But which one do you think was better though? As a player?
72-10 Mike, because he made a lot of mines better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think he put the team on his back. I think what Michael Jordan did in 91 is what LeBron should be doing now. You know what I'm saying? He put the team on his back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Fair.
He put the team on his back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But 72-10, he made everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was good in their own right. But you seen everybody display a work during that 72-10 run.
Fair.
I'm not upset.
But still, regardless, so like you gotta beat 2 MVPs at the height of their powers. It's time to get to GMing. You even see like the buyout market done become crazy. The buyout market wasn't like that 6 years ago.
I kind of feel
See, I don't know about all this extra shit. Like the GMs, like these guys are the experts. You guys pay attention to these guys. You know what I'm saying? They the experts.
I appreciate it.
My God.
The GMs and the, you know what I'm saying? What TPJ just say? What's the 32 R's or something? Like, what the hell? What do you mean?
Oh, 36. That's just like they average stats per 36 minutes.
Oh,
so
okay.
like because like somebody
Okay.
like basically they figured out like kind of 36 minutes is like the usual amount where you can kind of like equate everybody's numbers to each other.
Okay.
So like if you take their per 36
quick terminology.
So if you play it, so if you take the average of they per 36 stats, like they per 36 minutes that they play, that's kind of what you can kind of expect from a player in that amount of time.
Okay.
That don't mean it's what they're going to average over the season, but that's how much they average over like their maximum output.
Okay, understood.
Because like when players play too long, sometimes their output ain't too high. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I follow.
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah. It's per 36, right?
Yeah. That's what you said. So basically, like, let's say you play 14 minutes a night and you averaging 8, 4, and 4. We could assume that if you did that in 14 minutes, if you played 36 minutes, you would average
whatever it is.
26,
Close
8,
to double.
8. Exactly, 26, 8, and 8 because you getting more, so you can watch it, you know. Accumulates that. So yeah, that's basically what it is. But still,
and like, for me, I personally use it when players that I know play a high volume of minutes.
Okay.
Because if you playing 34 minutes a night versus somebody that's playing, if you playing 36 minutes a night versus somebody that's playing 32 minutes a night, obviously they gonna get more done in that 32 minutes a night. If y'all scoring averages near the same, then you win at 36.
Okay.
So
that's why I don't fuck with Harden numbers like that. Cause Harden play hella number. I mean, he play hella minutes. He play hella minutes and he hold the ball for 40% of the time. So of course your number's gonna be that highly inflated. Cause you playing hella minutes and you holding the ball. If Harden was playing 30 minutes and still put up the stats he was putting up, then I'm like, yo, Harden is the craziest shit I've ever seen. But he playing 36 minutes a night. So, nah, it's not the same. I'm sorry.
For me, I use
it's
per
not
36.
The same.
I use like per 36 when guys are playing like 15 minutes a night. So it's like it's like I want like if you started or if you have more of an opportunity, what might you be able to do? That's personally what I use it for, personally.
Yeah, no, I mean this man Harden is playing 36.8 minutes a night. Now don't get me wrong, he's averaging 36 points right now. I mean, you know, in terms of the season, but he's taking 20. Point a minute, but he's taking 24.5 shots at.
But listen, I guarantee you, if you could find his points per minute, it has to be crazy. That's like 1 point a minute.
It's per 36 is 35, so it's not 1 point a minute.
So it's what?
Because otherwise it would be 36. It's like 0.9 a minute.
Whatever, that's still crazy.
Yeah, it's still crazy.
He's scoring every minute. That means every
but he's taking 24 shots. I'm
so,
sorry.
I don't
that percentage. Like I mean, everything.
He's taking
if you
a lot of
shots. From an overall review, from an analytical review,
he's taking a lot of shots and averaging the least amount of assists he's averaged since 2015, 2016.
His job ain't to pass the ball right now. Half the season it wasn't.
And
look at his playoff
he's still damn near 5, but his turnovers are gonna.
He is putting the team on his back, like I was saying. Like he's
not in the playoffs.
But how many assists?
In the playoffs, he only averaged 27.8. That's how many human.
Assists?
8 assists. Okay. Which is
one. I think it's probably one more.
Which is
2 more, 1 more.
0.6 more than it was in the regular season.
Fair.
No, I'm sorry. He's shooting 37% from the field in the playoffs.
Okay.
No. 35% from 3. No.
35 ain't bad.
That's exactly why they're not beating the Warriors, by the way.
We'll see.
In the regular season, he shot 44 and 35 and 36.8.
I think the Jazz are a better defensive team than what the Warriors are.
I'm sorry, but it's not happening.
Okay.
It's not happening. It's not happening. But all right, I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready to cut these cameras off and enjoy the rest of my Thursday night because I'm off for work tomorrow.
And
so
I'm going to see Avengers.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I'm going to see Avengers.
I mean, I am later.
I'm going to the studio. I came out here to work, get some work in. I would love to go to see the Avengers with popcorn, butter, extra butter. You know what I'm saying? But man, you know, get back to the wifey, watch that. You know what I'm talking about?
But alright, man, it's been your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Real TPJ. As always, if you are under 21, you better not be fucking drinking. Don't do it. It's wrong. If you under 18, you better not be drinking. If you smoking weed, follow your state rules because you don't want to go to jail, motherfucker. And I just watched a documentary the other day on it. And if you black or you Hispanic, we go to jail a lot for that shit. So don't do that shit because it's against the law. And you don't want to get fucked up out here because that's the last thing we need. But keep it positive. It's your boy TPJ. Go ahead, get y'all plugs in. Talk to the people. Let them know where they can find y'all at. And yeah.
I think I'm the most interesting on Twitter, Vic Spencer. You know what I'm saying? Twitter.com /
Nah, dead ass. He really is. Like, if I was about to tell you, like, you like the me on NBA Twitter of like Chicago rap Twitter.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers be mad at you, bro.
Big mad, you know what I'm saying?
mad
at the guy, you know what I'm saying? I be paying attention to the Pavs, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? HoopsNBrews, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
My God.
You know, Mine's making major moves. That's what it's really all about, you know what I'm saying? And pissing motherfuckers off staying on the Knicks. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know when I can be able to smoke weed in the back where the Clippers be at, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all asking all these motherfuckers questions and shit. Like, where's my tickets at? Yeah, see? I told them, yeah, but harass their ass, yeah. They ain't get me backstage. They ain't get the guy backstage so he can beat the frying and poof the... Nah, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, y'all doing good work. Hats off to the HoopsNBrews.
My God.
Vic Spencer. Yeah.
Y'all with me, man. Follow me on Twitter at Pavy World. Pavy World, all one word. Love you out right now. Go listen to that Pavy Volume 2 coming soon. Yeah, man. That's it. Happy hour. Don't drink and drive. Follow your state rules if you're smoking weed. Shout out to Vic Green Thumbs for coming through and making this. This has been the greenest episode of HoopsNBrews in
Hoops and Brews.
No Sean Skimps coming soon. I'm out here working on that album right now.
Let's get it. All right, peace out, y'all.